To that right side, Van Nett. She gets cut off by Lay. Now Lay falls down. Van Nett tries a three, and this one misses too long. Merle Patton high for the rebound for the Ravens. Jalen Lay brings it into the forecourt. Ravens trailing 6-4. Lay with the left hand spins in the lane, shoots. Got no good, and high for the rebound, Tori Alford. Alford brings it into the forecourt. Looking, now brings it back out. The Dragons set in the half court. Cooper, now left wing to Mapasua. Working against the man defense of the Ravens. Mapasua still with the dribble. Winder drive, crosses over, goes in with the left hand and draws the foul. And we'll shoot two.
Excellent crossover dribble on that drive to the basket. What made that play work was her first step after she changed hands on the dribble.
Second foul called on Kaylin Lay, the Raven point guard. And it's 2 shots for Lauren Mapasua, averaging 7.5 points per game, a 71% free throw shooter. She came up big against Iowa Western on Saturday in Council Bluffs.
Yes, she did.
First free throw, knocks it down. 7-4 Blue Dragons. 3:56 to go in the opening quarter.
First player other than Van Nett to score for Hutchinson.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dribbles now. Lauren Isaac puts it up and good.
Good free throw
hits them both. And now checking into the game for the first time, replacing Tori Alford, is Tyra Paniora, the 5'4" freshman point guard out of Queensland, Australia. So it's Paniora, Cooper, Van Nett, Mapasua, and Ida on the floor for Hutchinson. Entry pass, and now the Dragons are in big foul trouble as Nafa Hydra picks up her second. So the 2 centers for the Dragons, both strapped with 2 fouls.
And that is
6 minutes, 13 seconds.
That is the 5th team foul whistled against Hutchinson. So Dang will go to the free throw line. Dang scored 20 points and picked up 8 rebounds in that 54-50 victory over Eastern Oklahoma State College on November 23.
8 points per game, shoots 50% from the field, 53% from the foul line, and the first one misses by Christina Dang.
That was a big 20 points for her coming off the bench in that game, in which her whole team only scored 54.
And now we have a violation. I believe Elena Kramer stepped in the line, and that will go as a turnover, the 5th of the game on the Ravens. So, like John Otchus predicted, full court pressure by the Ravens without Abby Ogle. Cooper breaks it, and she's fouled on going across the line, goes flying. And the foul whistled against Elena Kramer. That'll be her first and the team's 4th. So we're shooting free throws, both teams, for the final 3:42 of the first period. Again, Steve Carpenter, Dan Nacarano with you on Country 102.9, BW Radio, and KUSN Radio in Coffeyville. Dragons with an 8-4 lead. Van Nett drives, scoops it underneath, tries to get to Nafa Hydra, and commits the offensive foul as Anya Markowska steps in and takes the charge.
Had she not been whistled for the foul, it probably would have resulted in a turnover anyway, as she tried to scoop a pass across the paint to no one, really.
Raven Willis taking over at the point for Lay. She takes it in the lane, goes up, may have got her shot deflected, ball out of bounds to the Blue Dragons. Nafa Hydra and Lauren Mapasua are both there, and Nafa had to be careful. Tony Turner knows both the Dragon posts are in trouble. He's going to pound it inside every chance he gets. Dragons break the press. Now Van Nett into the forecourt right wing. Out between the circles, Mapasua. Cooper comes to get it. Left wing now, Mapasua. Lauren looks, being guarded by Merle Patton. To dribble all the way out. Now gets double teamed. A little bit of trouble. Kicked out to Paniora. Underneath the Hyder, who scores off glass with the left hand. And the Dragons have a 10-4 lead. That time the Dragons use the Coffeyville pressure and beat them. Great bucket by Hyder. Great feed from Paniora. Dragons lead at 10-4. 2:45 to go opening quarter. And a hand check foul in the backcourt. Called on Michaela Van Nett. That's her second.
Yeah, that's trouble for the Hutchinson Blue Dragons, because players that they are counting on for major contributions tonight, 3 different ones have 2 fouls apiece already.
Whether she did or didn't, you cannot give the impression that you're even close to hand checking, especially when you're in foul trouble like the Blue Dragons now are. It's going to be Mackenzie Merle Patton shooting, and a couple of substitutions for the Ravens.
That's up! Over there. That's up!
It's going to be Hannah Murphy. And also, actually, Murphy waits. She'll be in for the shooter. Christy Stevens out of Pompano Beach, Florida, checks in.
We watched Christy Stevens during warm-up showing some pretty good dance moves at the top of the key during the shoot-around.
First free throw by Merle Patton, no good. She's a 66% free throw shooter. Neither team really sparkling from the line this year. Coffeyville, 64.5. Second free throw by Merle Patton is good. She's in the book, and it's 10-5. Coffeyville, 64.5% free throw shooting team. Hutchinson really struggling, 59% for the season from the stripe for Hutchinson.
Straight man-to-man full court right now.
Bonnie Orr breaks across the timeline, brings it to the right side, flips it to Sasha Francis. Now Presley Barton into the game, replacing Michaela Van Epp. Here's Cooper, drives in the lane, contact, shot no good, and a blocking foul called on the Ravens. Be 2 free throws for Jalecia Cooper.
The more basketball you watch, the more it becomes apparent. The team that attacks the basket usually gets rewarded.
First foul called against Christy Stevens, and Jalecia Cooper, just a 38% free throw shooter at the line. She's going to be called on to put up some big minutes tonight. First free throw too strong.
When you aren't converting free throws, it's like you've worked hard all month long, and then come payday, you don't get a check.
Second free throw by Cooper. This one's good. She gets 1 out of 2. Hutchinson 11, Coffeyville 5. Brooklyn Bethlehem to replace Nafa Hydra. Granette was 6. Hydra with 2. Mapasua with 2. Cooper with 1 for the Blue Dragons. Gilmore has 2. Kramer has 2. Merle Patton has 1 for the Ravens. Dang will take it to lane. Running hook misses no good, but they say last touch by Presley Barton. That's an interesting shot, trying to scoop hook from just outside the right side of the lane.
It looked like a layup, except she was 10 feet from the rim.
Raven Willis inbounds baseline right side for the Ravens. 18 to shoot. Thrown out top, nearly taken away by Barton, but into the hands of Murphy. Now Dang has it, working against Cooper. Picks up her dribble. Tough pass for Kramer, but she picks it up, loses the dribble. Should have been called for a double dribble and didn't. Now Willis. Ravens run the weave. Murphy with it, off to Dang. She tries a three-pointer, high off the backboard, no good. And the rebound to Sasha Francis. Dragons look to run with a 6-point lead. 1:53 to go in the opening quarter. Cooper underneath, terrible pass to Brooklyn Bethlehem. And it's a turnover number 6 for Hutchinson.
Yeah, that pass will immediately bring Mapasua into the game for Hutchinson.
And those are the types of things that are really keeping Jalecia Cooper from a lot more minutes. Just those types of mistakes. Now the Ravens with it. Murphy, right left wing extended. One dribble, gets it off to Dang. Dang will take it in the lane against Mapasua, loses it, and out of bounds. Good defense by Lauren. The ball just kind of checked up on Dang, went right off her hands, out of bounds. Anya Markowska checks in. Markowska is going to be big for Coffeyville, especially with the Dragon bigs in foul trouble. 90 seconds to go in the opening quarter. 11-5 Hutchinson. Out between the circles, Brooklyn Bethlehem holds. Mapasua pops out. Now Francis on the right wing. Francis will dribble the baseline, pull it back out underneath the Bethlehem. She'll dribble in, power up, and score. Brooklyn Bethlehem averaging 10.4 points per game. And Tony Turner calls a timeout. We'll take it with him. We'll take a 30. It's 1:13 to go in the opening quarter. Hutchinson 13, Coffeyville 5 on the Blue Dragons Sports Network.
Bouncing, crowds are cheering. Your best offense during cold and flu season is a good defense. Drink plenty of liquid.
In the early going so far, the Blue Dragons 4 out of 9 shooting, 44%. Coffeyville just 1 out of 8. Each team with 6 turnovers. Now Hannah Murphy with it, dribbles off the screen, goes pick and roll with Stevens. Stevens pulls up on the baseline, shot no good. High for the rebound, Pontior, and she looks to run for the Dragons. Under a minute to play here in the opening quarter. Francis out top to Pontior, dribbles to the left side, hands it off to Mapasua. Out between the circles and worked over to the right side is Presley Martin. Crosses over, and then another illegal screen called on Brooklyn Betham, and that's her third foul with 45.7 seconds to go here in the opening half.
First quarter, Brooklyn Betham with 3 fouls for Hutchinson. Hydra has 2 fouls, and really probably who needs to be the leading scorer tonight, Michaela Vanette, also with 2 fouls.
So the Dragons really strapped with foul trouble early. You may see them go to his own. Presley Barton takes it away from Hannah Murphy. Turnover number 7. Pushed ahead to Mapasua. She chases it down to the corner, brings it back out. Wants inside to Hydra. She loses possession against a triple team. But standing on the baseline when she touched it was Hannah Murphy, and it stays with the Dragons in 27.8 seconds to play.
This first quarter has been a clinic in defense, especially transition defense. Neither team able to really get any good fast break opportunities.
20 seconds to shoot. Offer of inbounds, baseline right side. Needs to get it in quickly. Into Hydra underneath it. She draws the foul on Kanesha Green. Kanesha Green has not played a ton this year, getting some action, just averaging a point. Picks up a foul here at the 26.7 mark of the first quarter. And Knopf Hydra gets a pair.
Coach Tony Turner really, it's been a challenge to distribute minutes when you have 16 players that are pretty good quality players.
Hydra hits the first. She has 3, 14-5. The Dragons a 9-point lead. Knopf eyes the second. This one too strong. High for the rebound, and it's knocked out of her hands as Cooper, and it's last touch by Tanisha Gilmore, and stays with the Dragons, and they can get the last shot. Shot clock dark with 24.5 seconds left. Now Jaleesa Cooper in for Knopf Hydra.
Should be 20 on the clock, shouldn't there, Carp?
It should be. It should be. They haven't caught it yet. Alford inbounds it to Vanette. She pulls up and hits a jumper.
Doesn't matter.
It's a 2. She has 8, and the Dragons have their largest lead of the game at 16-5. Gilmore with it now, worked around to the right side. Murphy takes a screen, tries a step back now, drives off, gives it off to Willis. Willis to the left hand, drives left, and a travel call on the Ravens. It's Christy Stevens with the Ravens' 8th turnover of this opening quarter, and 4.1 seconds left. Full court pressure by the Ravens. They're going to try to get a quick turnover here on the Dragons. Mapasua gets it in to Vanette. Van just dribbles up, won't get the shot off, and there is the buzzer ending the first quarter. A defensive clinic by both teams, but after one here at the Sports Arena in the Jayhawk Conference opener, Hutchinson leads Coffeyville 16-5. We'll return in 1 minute on the Blue Dragons Sports Network.
Basketballs are bouncing and crowds are cheering. We offer free mail-out, free delivery, or call ahead for our handy curbside service. Go Dragons! From Ashcraft Pharmacy in the Hart Shopping Center, South Hutchinson, and Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
In need of a business loan? With the First, you are promised personal service and commercial lending. Whether your business is just getting started or you're ready to expand, the First has solutions to help make your business successful. We're First for you. Find out how our loan experts can help. Visit fnbhutch.bank to get started, or stop into a location nearest you. First National Bank of Hutchinson, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
You are listening to Blue Dragon Women's Basketball on KHUT Hutchinson and KWBW Hutchinson. Country 102.9, and where Hutchinson comes to talk. Steve Carpenter, Dan Nacarata with you. After one, it is Hutchinson 16 and Coffeyville 5. And we are once again also being joined this evening by KUSN 98.1 in Coffeyville. Dan, what do the first quarter numbers look like?
Well, the number that pops off the page is Coffeyville 1 for 9 from the field. Hutchinson 5 for 10. Both teams turning it over. Coffeyville committed 8 turnovers, Hutchinson 7.
So Coffeyville gets the first possession of the second quarter. Hannah Murphy drives into the lane off to Markowska. She'll pull up from 12, hits the front iron, bounces twice, out of bounds to Hutchinson. So now the Ravens are 1 for 10 from the field. Dragons 5 out of 10, 50%, hitting a pair of Van Nett three-pointers, 4 of 6 from the line. Rebounding, Hutchinson leads 9-6. Dragons with their first possession of the second corner. Van Nett on the left wing extended. Rebels right. Coffeyville switches on the screen. Underneath the Cooper, she can't handle the pass. Turnover, Blue Dragons. Ravens try to cut into an 11-point deficit. Left wing, it is Green. Now they run the weave again to Markowska. Left side, Murphy tries a three-pointer, way strong into the hands of Tori Alford. Tori weaves through traffic up the left side, has pressure from behind, kicks it out to Van Nett. Wide open look at a three-pointer, spins off no good, and the rebound to Tanisha Gilmore of the Ravens. That thing did everything but drop.
That's exactly right.
Relaford with it, dribbles with the left hand, off to Markowska. She'll bring it back out, working against Van Nett, up to the right side, Murphy. Murphy drives in, cut off by Cooper. Chased down to the backcourt by Green. Once again, Markowska chased down to the backcourt. 4 seconds to shoot. Markowska spins, so it's a wild shot. Barely hits iron. Cooper gets the rebound. She's ahead to Francis, who can't handle the pass, has to chase down. Right back into the hands of Cooper. Layup good. Felicia Cooper on a spin assist from Sasha Francis. The Dragons lead at 18-5.
The hustle of Sasha Francis enabled that basket to be scored.
Murphy with the drive. Picks up her dribble. Bounce pass the left side out to Willis. Willis waits. Goes right side now and a drive shot no good. And Cooper tied up. And a foul called on the Ravens. It'll be whistled on Tanisha Gilmore, her first. First foul on the Ravens. And it is a 14-0 Hutchinson run. The Dragons trailed this thing 5-4.
Just one field goal scored by the Coffeyville Red Ravens.
John Ott just predicted if a victory were to happen, it was going to be a low-scoring defensive grind. And so far, coach is true to his word. Mapasua left wing extended. Waiting for somebody to pop off, drives off a screen, dribbles between her legs left, down underneath to Cooper, or to Francis. She dribbles, throws back out on top to Alford. Tori tries a three-pointer. This one no good. Battle for the rebound, still loose, and the Ravens come away with it. That's Jalila Collefeld. Judy Collefeld, my apologies. Brooklyn Wade back in. Green with it, hands it off to Markowska. Underneath, Markowska gets that left side, wide open look at the three-pointer. Is good by Collefeld.
Really
the 16th three-pointer of the year, and that breaks the 14-0 Dragon run. 18-8 to score, 7:08 to go first half.
First open look Coffeyville has been able to find.
Mapasua on the left side, waiting. Goes off the screen, loses it. Collefeld takes it away from her and gets it away. Good pick by Collefeld. Turnover number 8 for the Dragons. Brooklyn Wade out of Willard, Missouri, running the point now. Hands it off to Green. Now Markowska bounce pass and tipped away by Cooper to the hands of Francis. Turnover number 9. Here's Francis going up. She'll get fouled on the way up by Brooklyn Wade and will get 2 free throws. So the Dragons now 6 out of 13 shooting. Again, rebounding. A +5 advantage for Hutch. Each team with just 2 offensive rebounds, and Sasha Francis hasn't scored yet tonight. 4.5 points per game. First free throw, no good. It's a high-arching free throw, Dan. One of the higher arches you'll ever see on a free throw.
I'm curious to see whether this attempt will have as much arch on it as the last one did.
Second one, this one no good, so she misses both. Came into the game hitting 7 out of her first 8. The Dragons still lead by 10, 18-8 with 6.5 to go. On the baseline, it's Collefeld. She'll keep the ball, dribble in the lane, fire one up, shot no good. Cooper battles for the rebound, and it's last touch by the Ravens.
Collefeld didn't convert that shot, but since she's come into the game, she has given Coffeyville a little bit of a spark. She's playing with energy.
So is Jaleesa Cooper. She had that early mistake, but since then has played well, especially on the boards. Dragons run the high lead with a 10-point lead, 6:10 to go, first half. Papasua waits for a screen, drives with the right hand all the way up, kisses off the glass and scores. Lauren Mapasua has 4, and the Dragons lead at 20-8 as we go under 6 minutes to play here in the second quarter. Way off to Califell. Califell working against Vanette. Down in the hands of Markowska. Kicks left side over to Green. Out to Markowska, three-pointer, good.
That's a big basket.
Her 11th three-pointer of the year. She shoots 32% from three. And the lead for Hutchinson down to single figures at 20-11. Vanette tries a three-pointer. Left side, got it.
Got it right back.
Van now with the 11th. 23-11 Hutch. And that is, she's closing in on Wendy Fairbach on the all-time three-point list. Bounce pass underneath Markowska into the hands of Gilmore. Right back to Markowska. Her short jumper, no good. Battle for the rebound, knocked out of bounds, and it'll stay with Coffeyville. Coffeyville in the lane in an inordinate amount of time with two people right there close.
Markowska had an open look that was really a pretty simple shot, and I think it surprised her how she really wasn't challenged on it.
Presley Barton back in for Vanette. Inbounds pass tipped momentarily by Mapasua, but the Ravens retain possession. Lay spins, picks up her dribble in the lane, kicks it out to Califell. She'll try another three-pointer, got it. Califell with a pair of threes to spark the Ravens here in the second half, or the second quarter. 23-14 Hutchinson, 4:45 to go in the period. Barton between the circles, left side, Mapasua. Lauren working against Califell. Step back three-pointer on the way off the mark. Offensive rebound, Tori Alford. Right back to Barton, three-pointer. Got it! Presley Barton with her 5th three of the year. Dragons and Ravens trading three, back to an 11-point lead, 26-14. Or 12-point lead for the Dragons. And the corner, Markowska, she fires up a three and knocks it down. And now both teams are warming up, Dan.
They certainly are. We went for about 15 minutes without much offense, and now the last minute or two, both teams are picking it up.
26-17. The Ravens with 4 three-pointers here in the second period. They had 1 field goal the entire first. Mapasua against the double team. In a little bit of trouble, picks up her dribble. Bounce pass into Alford. Nearly gets it taken away. Tori recovers. Goes to the left-hand drive. Pulls up from 14. Hangs in and it goes in. Tori Alford's fouled and she counts. And the foul will be against Tanisha Gilmore, her second. Tori into the books with her first bucket of the game.
Hutchinson experienced foul trouble in that first quarter. Here we are with 3:47 to go in the second quarter. Hutchinson has not committed a foul in this quarter.
28-17 the score, 3:47 to play in the period. Alford eyes, fires and knocks it down. So traditional three-point play for Tori. She'll take a break. Michaela Vanette back in. Dragons regain their largest lead of the game. Or their largest lead is actually 13. It's a 12-point lead with 3:45 to go, 29-17. Kaylin Lay goes left side to Merle Patton. Picks up her dribble into the hands of Markowska. She'll go with the left-hand spin, picks up her dribble and travels. Which was probably good because the hot shooting Califell was wide open and she actually hit the shot. But it goes as turnover number 10 on the Ravens.
Those are the turnovers that hurt the most when you see the ball going through the basket, but it doesn't count.
Jaleesa Cooper, Kyra Paniora, Presley Barton, Sasha Francis, and Michaela Vanette. A very short lineup for John Ottis on the floor right now, protecting a 12-point lead with 3:20 to go. Vanette, guarded by Califell, dribbles, goes into a double team, nearly gets it taken away. Now does get it taken away by Califell. Dragons just couldn't get any movement going to help out Van. Now Merle Patton on this side gets her three-point shot blocked by Francis, but right back into the hands of the Ravens. Here's a drive and a strip, and it'll stay with Coffeyville. Initially, Sasha Francis had the shot blocked, but Cooper's outlet pass was way short. It went as the 10th turnover. Dragons very fortunate they didn't foul on the return drive. And Inbound to Merle Patton. Worked on by Van Etten. Coffeyville pops out on the right corner. Drives off a screen of Markowska. Good wraparound pass underneath. Taken away nearly. Now the Dragons break down defensively and a up and under layup scored by Kenesha Green. And it's 29-19. Dragons had that ball almost 3 different times, and Coffeyville still scores points. Dragons by 10 with 2.5 to go. Francis into the hands of Van Etten, now right side Poniora. And a foul call, the hand check on Mackenzie Merle Patton. That'll be her first. And the 4th team foul committed by the Ravens. Check that 3rd team foul. So right now, John Autsch is giving the bench, which is really short right now, about 1 minute rest. And now Dr. Francis comes off.
Took the officials a while to get the shot clock operator's attention to reset to 20.
Poniora, the inbounds baseline. Left side, right in the hands of Bennett. She'll kiss it off the glass, but can't get it to drop. And high for the rebound, Christina Dagg for the Ravens. Quickly up the floor is Lay. She'll spin, get cut off. Dang has it, now top of the key. Drives, scoop shot with the right hand, rolls off no good. Poniora the rebound, 2:07 to go. Poniora dribbles between 2 defenders. 3rd defender nearly knocked it away, but Mapasua retains possession. Lauren has it between the circles. 18 to shoot for the Dragons. Lauren takes it to the right side, still with her dribble. Cooper into the high post, backdoor cut. Mapasua, she can't handle the pass. A lot of contact, no call. Here come the Ravens, and a player down for Coffeyville, and that looks like Anya Markowska. There was a lot of contact, no foul called.
Both these teams play such good defense that they take their opponents out of their comfort zones. You just never can relax, and that's part of the reason we're seeing both teams commit quite a few turnovers. On my count, that was number 12 committed by Hutchinson. I may be off one.
Nope, you are dead on. Coffeyville with 10 by the official stats. These two defenses, we talk about how many they've committed, but they force. Dragons force 23.6 turnovers per game. Coffeyville forces 17.8. And then when you parlay that in with defensive field goal percentages of 31% by Hutch, 35% by Coffeyville, you got a pretty good defensive team on your hands.
It was a fairly safe bet that that 60 points will probably get you a win tonight when you look at those types of numbers. And you hit it on the head in the pregame, Steve Carpenter, that once the conference season begins, everything is ratcheted up. You can feel the electricity in the arena, and it's just it's more intense.
Anya Markowska struggling to get to her feet. The Coffeyville sports medicine staff now, Anya does get to her feet.
Markowska picked up 18 rebounds in the game November 16th against Eastern Oklahoma State, in which Coffeyville won 74-70. So we certainly hope that she's going to be okay.
She'll take a seat on the bench. That in itself, not going back to the trainer's room, is a good sign.
That's true.
So it'll be Raven ball with 1:46 to go. Dragons with a 29-19 lead. And Hutchinson without Abby Ogle, team's leading scorer tonight. Kayla Lay calls play into the high post. Dang takes it all the way to the hoop. Foul called on the floor. And we'll see if it is against Cooper.
It's her first. Matter of fact, that's the first foul committed by Hutchinson in this entire second quarter.
So it was not called on the shot.
Well, it was on the drive. Dang definitely likes to drive it with her right hand on the dribble.
Inbounded to Merle Patton. She's cut off by Van Etten, picks up her dribble. Goes back out top to Lay, Panior works on her defensively. Merle Patton with it. Goes with the left hand. Dragons switch on the screen. Right back to Lay. Lay working against Van Etten. Goes in with the left hand. Kicks it left side. Merle Patton tries a three. No good. Long rebound on the opposite side. Dang was the only person within 10 feet to get it. She collects it. Ravens get a new shot clock. 15 to go here in the possession. Kramer with the left wing, now into the corner. Coffeyville will take in the hands of Calvin now drives, kicks it off the glass of Ding. No good. Good box out by Cooper. Got a referee right in front of me. I couldn't see who had the ball. Kara dribbles, splits between two people and travels. Turnover number 13 for the Dragons. Kyra's going to be a good point guard, but it is a work in progress.
The Jayhawk Conference has taken on an international flavor, that's for sure. You see more and more international players in the games.
Calfo right side to Kramer. She'll go in, spin to the right hand, ball loose. She picks it up, waits for a back up by Dang to the hoop. Shot too strong and high for the rebound is Jalecia Cooper. 28 seconds to go, about a 2-second difference between shot and game clock. John Hawkins calls for a timeout. It's a 30, we'll take it with them. 22.8 seconds left, first half. Hutchinson 29, Coffeyville 19. 30-second timeout on the Blue Dragon Sports Network.
HCC Sports on Radio is brought to you by the Sportscaster Club members, Mega Manufacturing, Sporting Chiropractic Center, Papa John's Pizza, A&A Builders, Barclay Plumbing Company, Sutton Kaufman Transmission Service, Lowen Corporation, Old Office Shares, Dr. Eric Severud with Alliance Orthopedic and Sports Medicine, Todd and Cindy Miller of Homestead Senior Care, Man Wyatt and Rice Injury Lawyers, MAYB, Mid-America Youth Basketball, Portfolio Recovery Associates, Dr. Robert Epp and the Hutchinson Clinic, and the Green Vision Group of Hutchinson.
John Aunch is mapping out the strategy for what he hopes is the final possession of the first half. Hutchinson with the 29-19 lead. Steve Carpenter, Dan Nacarado with you. Were you able to pick up something on the huddle since it was right in front of us?
I was. If Coffeyville stays man-to-man, Hutchinson will run the wave out top to burn off some clock because, as you pointed out, they want to take the last shot of the quarter.
Sasha Francis will inbound in front of the Coffeyville advance into the hands of Tori Alford. Also out there, Cooper, Vanette, and Presley Barton. Dragons running some time off double team. High pass gathered by Francis. She goes high to get. Now she gets into a double team in trouble, and a jump ball called. It'll stay with the Dragons and 5 to shoot.
It's still significant, though, because that will give Coffeyville the first possession of the third quarter.
7.1 seconds left in the quarter. 5 to shoot. Checking in for Coffeyville's Raven Willis out of Cincinnati, Ohio. She'll replace Christina Dang, or Caitlin Lay, who has 2 fouls.
Hutchinson has terrific in-line, inbounds plays. Let's see if they score off of it.
Alford kicks that left side. Francis, three-pointer. Got it! It's shot by Sasha Francis, and that's going to end the first half. And Hutchinson leads Coffeyville 32-19. Sasha Francis knocks down just her second three-pointer of the year. You called it, Dan. Another inline out of bounds scores for the Dragons. We're at halftime. Again, Hutchinson leads 32-19. We'll take a 2-minute timeout and be back with the Medicine Shop in-game capsule. Again at halftime. It is Hutchinson 32, Coffeyville 19 on the Blue Dragon Sports Network.
When you're looking for jewelry that's one of a kind, remember Amelia Bedelios, filled with thousands of beads and stones. And with my passion for design, I can create something that's perfect for you. Amelia Bedelios, 115 and a half South Main Street in downtown Hutchinson. Go Blue Dragons!
This is Kelly, owner of Brick House Boutique. Stay warm and look fabulous at the same time with comfy, trendy, and affordable clothing. You'll also appreciate the personal attention that you'll always get when you shop at Brick House Boutique. Big city chic in a downtown boutique at 117 South Main in Hutchinson.
Welcome to the Hutchinson Medicine Shop. With the emergence of big business, not only in pharmacy, but all industries, the Medicine Shop is proud to be a thriving local business in Hutchinson. We're so thankful to our customers in Hutchinson, Reno County, and Central Kansas for your support. In turn, we're proud to be a major sponsor of the Hutch High Salthawks, as well as other area high schools, the Blue Dragons, Chiefs, Royals, Jayhawks, and Wildcats. You support us, and the Hutchinson Medicine Shop supports local sports.
Getting the most back from your tax return starts with getting the most expertise. H&R Block has more enrolled agents than any other tax preparation company, and we guarantee the accuracy of every return prepared by our tax professionals. We find every credit and deduction to lower your tax bill. Put our expertise to work on your return, and don't just get your taxes done, get your taxes won in Hutchinson, Lyons, and Ellsworth. Come gobble up the savings at Pools Plus this November. All in-stock grills are $100 off. Save 25% on CR Plastics outdoor furniture. What a perfect time to warm up for the holidays with up to $2,000 savings on all in-stock spas and $5,000 savings on all in-stock swim spas. Pools Plus is feeling thankful all November long. Don't be a turkey. Shop local. Shop Pools Plus this holiday season. 21 East 1st in downtown Hutchinson.
Call us at Pools Plus.
We are at halftime in the sports arena. Your score, the number 9 ranked Blue Dragon women leads Coffeyville 32-19. Hutchinson led at 16-5 after one, held Coffeyville with just one field goal in the first half. And then it was a very tight second quarter, 16-14. The Blue Dragons still mired in foul trouble, but they lead by a game-high 13 points at the half. And it is time for the Medicine Shop in-game capsule. The Medicine Shop, the Little White Castle of 14th and Main. You can get all your Medicare questions. Rick Stone of the gang can answer anything like that and write down to what kind of aspirin you need for a certain type of headache. That's just what they do. The Medicine Shop is quality help for pharmacy, and again located at the corner of 14th and Main. And with all the numbers, here is Dan Nacarado.
Well, it was a defensive struggle in that first half, especially good defense played by the Hutchinson Community College Blue Dragons. Leading all scorers in the first half of this basketball game, Michaela Vanette made 3 3-point baskets and put in 11 points. She was 3 for 5 from the 3-point line, and when you can shoot 60% from beyond the arc, any coach in America would be very happy with that. Other Blue Dragons who scored in that first half, Brooklyn Betham, who was straddled with 3 fouls and did not get to play very many minutes due to those foul problems. She scored 2 points. Presley Barton made a 3-point basket. Lauren Mapasua scored 4 points. Jaleisha Cooper, Sasha Francis, and Nafa Hydra, each with 3 points, along with Tori Alford, scored 3 points. 32 points for the Blue Dragons, who were 11 of 20 from the field for 55%. Compare that to 6 of 26 from the field by Coffeyville for just 23% shooting, and that pretty much tells the story of why the Blue Dragons have a 32-19 lead at halftime. For the Coffeyville Red Ravens, Markowska and Calafell each scored 6 points, 2 points apiece for Dang, Gilmore, Kramer, and then 1 point scored by Christy Stevens, just 19 points in that first half. They were only 23% from the field, but they did make 4 3-point baskets, 4 of 10. Neither team going to the free throw line all that frequently. Hutchinson just 5 for 9 in the first half from the foul line. Coffeyville only 3 of 7.
And probably the number, as I'm looking at the stat sheet, Dan, the number that pops out the most to me right now, considering the foul trouble the Blue Dragons are in. Points in the paint. Hutchinson with a 10-2 advantage in points into the paint. That tells me that the Blue Dragons, while in foul trouble, still playing very solid interior defense.
That's true. Only gave up 2 points in the paint, and in this entire first half of basketball, just 1 fast break basket scored. That's a tribute to both of these teams about how they hustle back defensively and stop their opponents from getting easy ones.
That is the Medicine Shop in-game capsule. Again, the Medicine Shop at 14th in Main in Midtown Hutchinson. Then 32-19 at halftime. We're going to take another 1-minute break and have some more discussion, not only on this game, but what's coming up later tonight and actually over the weekend. Again, we'll take a 1-minute break on the Blue Dragon Sports Network.
HCC Sports on Radio is brought to you by the Sportscaster Club members. Mega Manufacturing, Sporting Chiropractic Center, Papa John's Pizza, A&A Builders, Barclay Plumbing Company, Sutton Coffin Transmission Service, Lowen Corporation, Old Office Shares, Dr. Eric Severud with Alliance Orthopedic and Sports Medicine, Todd and Cindy Miller of Homestead Senior Care, Man Wyatt and Rice Injury Lawyers, MAYB, Mid-America Youth Basketball, Portfolio Recovery Associates, Dr. Robert Epp of the Hutchinson Clinic, and the Green Vision Group of Hutchinson.
This is Carter Fowl, president of Hutchinson Community College. I invite you to join us this winter as the proud tradition of Blue Dragon men's and women's basketball continues at the historic Hutchinson Sports Arena. Both teams are favorites in the tough Jayhawk Conference, so you won't want to miss any of the action. Find the schedule at BlueDragonSports.com, like us on Facebook, and follow Blue Dragon Sports on Twitter. As always, go Blue Dragons.
Once again at halftime, the Blue Dragons women lead Coffeyville 32-19. First of all, Dan, again, we've talked from the opening tip that this has been a defensive struggle. But what have you seen from Hutchinson offensively that they're getting done?
Well, they made 5 3-point baskets, and that's really what enabled them to get a little bit of an edge there when they knocked down a couple of 3-point shots, particularly Michaela Van Ett with her 3 3-point baskets. Sasha Francis hit a big 3 with only a few seconds to go in the second quarter. She nailed the 3 from the corner, and that proved to be big. So Hutchinson is doing a very good job on the glass. They're out rebounding Coffeyville 19-13, and they're not allowing Coffeyville to get a lot of second chance opportunities. Coffeyville did pick up 5 offensive rebounds in that first half, but when you're only shooting 23% from the field, you would expect to get a few more second chances with long rebounds. Hutchinson's been very good going after those long rebounds.
Well, coming up after this one, it will be a nationally ranked matchup, and when these two get together, that's pretty much the norm between Hutchinson and Coffeyville. You'll be joined by Glenn Grunwald for the call of that one, and for those of you watching on the video stream, you will have to switch links for that. As for those of you on listening on Country 102.9 and on KUSN, you can stay right there and obviously listen to the broadcast, but for video, you have to switch the links. Some memorable games between Hutchinson and Coffeyville over the years, especially since Steve Eck's become the head coach. Going back to last year's Region 6 game, that semifinal game was an instant classic.
It really was a double overtime win for Hutchinson, and it had everybody on the edge of their seats no matter which team they were pulling for. The crowd was into it. The players were getting after it. Coffeyville actually had 3 players foul out in that game, if I remember right. Hutchinson had a couple of players with 4, but nobody fouled out. And I think James Rojas had a big game, didn't he? I think it was 31-point game for James Rojas. But it was a hard-fought game that definitely could have gone either way. It was a heartbreaker for Coffeyville. But Coffeyville did end up advancing to the national tournament, as did Seward, because Seward ended up winning in the championship game.
And Coffeyville advanced all the way to the national semifinals. One of 4 teams last year from the Jayhawk that did. You talk about Coffeyville, the Hutch women in Division I, and then both Kansas City and Johnson County, Kansas City's women, Johnson County's men, were in the national semifinals of Division II last year. So this conference known for its basketball, and it's living up to that reputation once again. This weekend, the Blue Dragons will travel to Independence. Both of those teams, obviously Coffeyville, or the Independence men, off to a great start, 8-1. The Pirate women off to a little bit of a start. They lead Dodge City, a weird start. Dodge City is trailing at Independence, or Independence at Dodge tonight, leading 35-33. But a sub-500 record, a couple of good wins, but then an inexplicable loss to Labette for the Independence women. So John Otis and we were talking on Dragon Talk the other night. It was kind of they were looking at the scout. They're big inside, which kind of makes you nervous with Hutchinson's position right now in terms of depth. But they just really didn't know about the Pirates.
Now, Independence women have not played very many games either. Are they 2-4 at this point?
2-4. I believe 3-4. They had a JV game,
okay.
But that score was never listed.
That was they were keeping it secret.
So that happens this weekend. Glenn Grunwald's going to have the call of both of those games, as I have, I believe we both have 3A state football duty, Perry, Lecompton, and Andale.
We're thrilled to host the 3A state championship game at Gowan Stadium here in Hutchinson every year. It's always an exciting Saturday after Thanksgiving, and we always look forward to it.
Well, again, here at halftime, it is Hutchinson women 32 and Coffeyville 19. The Ravens back out on the floor. What's Hutchinson going to have to do against Stratford with foul trouble? They seem to navigate it pretty good in the second quarter, but Brooklyn Bethlehem with 3. Nafa Idra with 2. Michaela Van Nett with 2. It doesn't sound like a lot, but when you consider you only have 9 healthy players, that even compounds the foul trouble even more.
Hutchinson really did a nice job in that second quarter of playing defense without fouling. By my count, they only committed 1 foul in the entire second quarter. So if you can get that done, they did give up 14 points in the second quarter compared to only 5 in the first quarter. But when you've built up a 13-point lead, it's okay to trade baskets.
So again, the Blue Dragons shooting, let me get back to it here. Blue Dragons shooting 55%. That's actually a high for a half.
And really, the Coffeyville defense was stellar.
It really was.
A big part of that 55% shooting was the fact that Hutchinson nailed some 3-point baskets.
Dragons 5 out of 12 from 3. Coffeyville got all 4 of their 3-pointers in the second period. Held to just 1 out of 10 in the first. Thus the 16-5 deficit. So the Dragons are going to have to depend on defense and to get it done and get the conference win. Hutchinson under John Ottis. This is kind of a stunning number. They're only 6-6 in Jayhawk Conference openers. Normally, they have opened up against Seward County and early in the season, and usually Seward's have the experience jump on them at that time. Thus, under John Ottis, the Dragons are only 6-6 in conference openers.
It really has turned into a pretty good rivalry on the women's side, Seward and Hutchinson. On the men's side, there's been a pretty good rivalry between Coffeyville and Hutchinson. That's been an exciting series through the years, even though Coffeyville's on the eastern part of the conference and Hutchinson's in the west. With this format that we've had now for several years, where everybody plays each other at least once. You play all the teams. If you're in the west, you play the east teams one time every year, and you play everybody in the west twice. And I like this format, Clark.
It does. For a couple of years, we double round robin until we had 4 non-conference games. We're getting set for the second half. We're going to take a final 1-minute halftime timeout. Be back with the third quarter. Again, Hutchinson leads Coffeyville 32-19. 1-minute timeout on the Blue Dragons Sports Network.
Just as the Hutchinson Blue Dragons athletics are a tradition, so is the Anchor Inn in downtown Hutchinson. Whether you plan lunch or dinner or even take out for home, the Anchor Inn is a great family restaurant that you are sure to enjoy. Order off their great menu or take advantage of the Anchor Inn's awesome buffet. You'll make a great choice either way. The Anchor Inn is also a great spot to meet up with old friends and acquaintances because everyone goes to the Anchor. That's the Anchor Inn at 128 South Main in Hutchinson, proud supporters of Hutchinson Blue Dragon Athletics.
Listen up, peeps. We've got the best wireless deal on the best wireless network. Bring your tired old phone to Nextech Wireless and swap it out for a free iPhone 11 or Galaxy S10e. Really? Oh yeah, bring your number with you and get a Ring video doorbell too. Also free. And it's still 4 lines, $120, all unlimited data. Doesn't get better than that. Certain restrictions apply. See store for details.
Blue Dragons are going to make one change to the lineup to open up the third quarter. Nafa Idra will replace Brooklyn Bethlehem, who has 3 fouls. She'll be joined by Michaela Van Nett, Tori Alford, Lauren Mapasu, and Sasha Francis. The Ravens will go with Wade, Gilmore, Kramer, Merle Patton, and Markowska, who was injured in the first half, but has her right knee taped up, and she's back out for the Ravens, which is good to see. Ravens with the opening possession of the third quarter, trailing by 13. Lay working against Alford with the dribble. Markowska between the circles. Now right side, Merle Kramer. She'll drive, or Kramer will drive, my apologies, and draw the foul.
That's a quick third foul whistled against Hydra. So Hydra and Bethlehem, the 2 main post players for Hutchinson, both with foul trouble.
You figured at one point, or at some point, the first free throw is no good by Elena Kramer. You figured at some point Tony Turner was going to start pounding the ball inside. First possession, they take it right in against the Dragon Big. Second free throw by Kramer. This one no good. Mapasu with a rebound. Kramer misses both, and the Dragons still lead by 13. Alford pulls up, 15-footer short. Early shot, Gilmore the rebound, and back come the Ravens. Way between the circles, guarded by Alford. Gets her pocket pick by Tori Alford. Alford moving in, goes up and can't finish, but draws the foul. The third on Kaylin Lay.
We saw Tori Alford do that time and time again while she played for Derby High School en route to championships. She's pretty sneaky about picking up those steals.
Alford's first free throw, no good. 81% free throw shooter. She's 1 out of 2 3-points in the game. Michaela Vanette leads all scorers with 11. Lauren Mapasua with 4. And then it's a smattering of players with 3 and 2. Second free throw by Alford. This one good.
Alford a good free throw shooter.
And the Dragons have a 14-point lead at 33-19. Ravens run the lead. Merle Patton with it. Out top to Gilmore. Back cut by Lay. Wraparound pass. Here's Kramer with a baseline shot. No good. Battle for the rebound. Still loose. Out of bounds to the Ravens. Last touch by Nafa Hydra. The Dragons had a +5 rebounding advantage in the first half, although they did give up 5 offensive boards. 20 seconds on the shot for the Ravens. Late inbounds baseline left side, waiting. Kicks it into the quarter to Merle Patton. She'll dribble out top, pick up her dribble, closely guarded by Vanette. Lay comes out to get it between the circles, and will set up with 12. Dribbles off her ball screen to the right, hesitates, dribbles to the baseline between the circles, now dumps it underneath. Ball taken away by Tori Alford, her second steal of the period. Alford kicks it ahead to Mapasua. Lauren Hydra, she lays it up, she scores, it's fouled, and it counts. Great fast break basket by the Dragons. Lauren Mapasua with the assist and the 4th foul on Kaylin Lay, and that's going to hurt Tony Turner. That's his starting point guard who dishes out 5.5 assists a game.
Outstanding fast break.
Hydra's free throw rolls in off the front end. She completes the 3-point play. Dragons have a game-high 17-point lead, 36-19 with 8:35 to go, third period.
Both teams combined for just one fast break basket in the whole first half. Hutchinson has 2 of them in this third quarter.
Gang with it, nearly loses it. Wraparound pass underneath. Shot blocked by Sasha Francis. Gang gets the rebound, can't get the shot to go. Hydra gets tied up by Gilmore. Things are getting a little bit testy out there. Possession arrow points toward Hutchinson. Nafa battled hard and won the battle.
I'd like to see her keep the ball high after she corrals the rebound. When she brought it down to her waist, that's what enabled Coffeyville to tie her up.
Again, token full court trapping pressure, but the Dragons break it easily. Francis now on the right side, Alford. Alford one dribble out to Vanette. Gets it taken away by Merle Patton. Here come the Ravens. Gilmore, she goes up, Kramer, she goes up and she's fouled. It counts.
The 5'7" sophomore from Junction City, Kansas, she had to weave her way through 2 Hutchinson defenders en route to the rim, and she showed enough balance to finish.
Mapasua commits the foul. The free throw by Kramer, no good. Nafa Hydra, the rebound. 36-21 the score. Wild shot by Mapasua, but she'll draw on the foul and shoot 2. Christina Dang commits the foul. That will be her first. John Adams with the call, long-time referee.
Works football as well.
And that he does. Lauren Mapasua, 4 points in the first half. First free throw, good. She's 3 for 3 from the line. 37-21, 7:51 to go. If you're in town, come on out. Night before Thanksgiving, come out and get some basketball. And second free throw, too strong. Offensive rebound, Francis. We'll bring it back out. The Dragons will reset. Vanette between the circles, right wing now, Mapasua. Guarded by Kramer. Lauren patient. Tries to dump underneath to Nafa. Goes up with the right hand. She draws the foul. Will shoot 2. And it's Christina Deng's second foul. The third team foul committed by Coffeyville here in the period. The end of the game for Coffeyville, Julia Kaufeld. She provided the second quarter spark with a couple of 3-pointers.
Hydra did a very good job getting the defender on her hip and sealing her off to where she had no choice other than to foul her.
She gets 2 here at the 7:37 mark. First free throw, no good. She's 2 of 4 from the line. 6 points in the game so far. The Dragons will be at the line for the remaining 7:37 of the third period. Coffeyville already with 14 fouls. Second free throw, this one too strong. And finally Coffeyville clears the board with Christina Dang. Now the Ravens try to chip away to a 16-point deficit. Calfield guarded closely by Vanette. Now Markowska, she'll take it to the left side, kicked out top to Dang, she travels with it. Unforced turnover by the Ravens, by my count, number 13. 3 here in the third period.
The good news for Coffeyville, Markowska seems to be moving freely. That injury she sustained in the first half does not seem to be slowing her down.
Coffeyville continues to show the token pressure. They really haven't cranked it up. Here's Alford, hesitates in the lane, kick right side. Francis now out top and around the horn to Vanette. Michaela patiently waiting, looking, dribbles with the right hand, and a foul called out in the backcourt on Mackenzie Merle Patton. That'll be her second, and Michaela Vanette's going to get 2 free throws.
15 foul committed already. 7:06 remaining in the third quarter, and Vanette is a very good free throw shooter.
66%, but she's hit some clutch ones. With 3 3-pointers in the game, Michaela now with 117 career. She hits the first and has 12. Dragons by 17, 38-21. Michaela's next 3-pointer will tie Wendy Fehrenbach for 8th place on the career 3-point list with 118. Second one, good.
I believe Wendy is living in Emporia, Kansas now.
I believe you're correct. Wendy out of Ness City. I got to actually coach her for one season when I was an assistant coach with Nate Dalmy and Travis Kirk.
We're going to give you all the credit for her success.
3-pointer on the way by Merle Patton. Wait, no good. And Brooklyn Bethan clears the board. Dragons look to increase an 18-point lead. Vanette out top, Mapasua. Left side now, Alford. Alford closely guarded by Merle Patton. Alford with the left hand, pull-up jumper. Hits front iron, no good. And high for the rebound, Alana Kramer for the Ravens. Kramer slows it down, dumps it underneath the Dang. High shot the board, rattles home. The transition bucket for the Ravens. Dang gets her first bucket of the game. And it's 39-23, Hutch with 6:25 to go, third period. Dragons go into the high weave. Francis with it. Right side now, Mapasua. Lauren waits for Cutters. Gets it as Alford to the high post. Back cut. Francis goes up with the left hand. She can't finish, but draws the foul.
Such a beautifully designed offensive set. All 5 players in motion. The ball is moving from side to side. Screens away from the ball. It's just pretty basketball.
Christina Dang picks up her third. Again, the Dragons in the bonus. Sasha Francis with 2. Oh, check that, the second foul. Free throw no good by Francis. She's 0 for 3 tonight after starting 7 for 8 for the season. So one more for Sasha of Largo, Maryland, transfer from Baltimore City Community College. She gets that one. 1 out of 2. Dragons lead by 17, 40-23 with 6:10 left. Kramer with it. Goes left side to Merle Patton. Blows by 1 player. Now Dang at the foul line. Into the hands of Kramer. She'll drive up a wild shot and draw the foul on Tori Alford.
Tori Alford gambled for the steal on the pass, and she never really fully recovered defensively. She found herself a little bit out of position, which necessitated her foul.
So Elena Kramer hits her first free throw in third free throw in 6 attempts now. She's 3 out of 6. 3 points in the game. Dragons with a 40-24 lead, now 40-25 as Kramer hits both. 4 points in the period for Kramer. The 15-point Hutchinson lead with 5:50 to play. Alford forced against a double team. Kick left side, Francis into the post. Mapasua can't handle the bullet pass from Francis. Turnover number 14 for the Dragons. Califo behind the back, loses control of it into the hands of Michaela Vanette. Michaela goes left side to Alford, right back up to Michaela. Had trouble from behind, kicks out to Alford. Down in the corner, Mapasua tries a 3-pointer air ball. Lauren never had her legs under her, and it was way short. Back come the Ravens quickly. Merle Patton pass up on a 3. Now Markowska drives. cut off by Mapasu out top to Dang. Dang with the right hand drives, tries to draw contact. Markowska, the offensive rebound, knocked out of her hands by Mapasua, but then Markowska chases it down into the corner and hits a long two-pointer. She has 8, 40-27. We go under 5 minutes to play third quarter. John Onchus is going to take a 30-second timeout. We'll take it with him. 4:52 to play third quarter. Hutchinson 40, Coffeyville 27. 30-second timeout on the Blue Dragon Sports Network.
Needing repairs, parts, belts, or bags for your vacuum? How about free pickup and delivery for any service? Hi, this is Donna Pitzer, the bag lady. I work on all vacuums, including Oric, Kirby, Simplicity, Riccar, Hoover, Kenmore, and all Panasonics. I can get bags and parts for almost any vacuum. Plus, in most cases, I'll save you up to 40% on your bag purchases. Best of all, I deliver at no charge for all services I offer. For parts, bags, or service of your vacuum, call me, Donna Pitzer, the bag lady, at 663-4322.
Welcome back to the Sports Arena, everybody. Steve Carpenter, Dan Nacarado with you. What do the numbers look like, Dan?
Right now, Coffeyville shooting 9 of 34 from the field. That's still just 26%. Hutchinson still above 50% shooting from the field.
Score update. Hutchinson's next opponent, Independence, right now tied after three quarters at Dodge City at 48. Here are the Dragons with a 13-point lead. Michaela Van Etten out top to Sasha Francis. She'll dribble left, hand off to Paniora. Paniora hesitates, drives, kicks out to Van Etten. Step back three-pointer on the way, bounce off the front iron, no good. Brooklyn Bethlehem the rebound in a double team. It goes off a Coffeyville player's foot out of bounds, and the Dragons have 19 to shoot.
In the third quarter, that's been pretty even, really. Neither team, Coffeyville not chipping away at the lead, Hutchinson not pulling away.
Spencer inbounds to Van Etten. Into the high post, Francis, or Cooper actually, she travels with it. Second turnover of the period, 15th of the game for Hutchinson. Michaela Van Etten leading the Blue Dragons with 13 points. On to Markowska, leads the Ravens with 9. She's 3 for 3 from deep. Kanaja Green with it. Wild pass thrown out of bounds, right into the hands of Tony Turner. And we turn over to number 14 for the Ravens.
Both teams turning it over about the same frequency. I guess that's okay as long as you have a 13-point lead.
Caliora kicks it into the corner. Van Etten three-pointer, got it! Career three-pointer number 118 makes it 43-27. Now another wild pass thrown away by Alana Kramer. Turnover Ravens.
Okay, Hutchinson has a chance here to put some space between the Blue Dragons and the Red Ravens.
Van has 16. Again, now tied with Wendy Fehrenbach. Next on the list, her coach, Jamie Patrick, who has 132. Dragons against full court pressure. Francis breaks it. Will take it all the way to the hoop and get fouled before she gets the shot off. And again, the Dragons were in the bonus at the 7:23 mark. Foul whistle against Kanaja Green, her second. And it's 2 free throws for Sasha Francis. 1 out of 4 from the line. She has 4 tonight. Make it 5.
Somehow a turnover hurts even more when you just gave up a 3-point basket on the other end and then you go down and turn it over, and then the next trip you foul and give up some more points. Good couple of series here for Hutchinson.
Sasha hits them both. And into the game is Presley Barton, Lauren Mapasua. Francis and Van Etten take a break. 45-27. And we have a timeout taken by Coffeyville. Wait to see if it's a little or a big. It's a 30-second timeout. We'll take another break on the Blue Dragon Sports Network. Back in 30 seconds.
Hi, Brian Bobo at Midwest Toyota, and I'm tired of only having one Black Friday. So it's Black Friday every day at Midwest Toyota. And with the all-new Toyota Avalon for only $37,829 with a list price of $45,175, that's a Black Friday sale. Or how about a new Camry for only $20,070? Or how about over $5,000 off MSRP on a new Highlander? Hurry out for Black Friday every day at Midwest Toyota at 1100 East 30th or online at MidwestSuperstore.com.
Dragons in the midst of an 8-0 run. to push that lead back out to 45-27.
Each team has committed 16 turnovers. The Blue Dragons have the rebounding edge, 25-20, and those extra 5 possessions have been huge for Hutchinson.
Again, the Dragons have been in foul trouble from the outset. Now Paniora, Mapasua, Cooper, Betham, and Presley Barton. And now it's taken away by Lauren Mapasua, and committing the fouls, Brooklyn Wade. Right now, the Dragon defense has Coffeyville perplexed. Turnover number 17. Again, the foul on Brooklyn Wade, her second, and it's 2 free throws for Lauren Mapasua. And on Saturday, the Blue Dragons at Independence. And Neosho County here 1 week from tonight.
It's basketball season, folks.
It is basketball season. First free throw by Lauren. This one no good. After hitting the first 3, she misses her next 2.
State championship high school football games coming up on Saturday, and then the Salt City Bowl here in Hutchinson will be on December 7th.
Second free throw by Lauren. This one rattles off no good. So Lauren's missed 3 in a row now. The Dragons 13 of 23 from the foul line, but still lead by 18. Markowska out top, dribbles with the left, picks up her dribble, out top to Green. Green travels with it.
Hutchinson's defense has just pushed Coffeyville out further and further away from the rim and taking them out of all of their sets that they like to run.
If you're with us on Dragon Talk Monday night, we talk about the art of the scout. And this scout was Phil Anderson, and defensively, he scouted it pretty well.
There's nobody better in the country.
Papasu with it on the right wing. 20 to shoot for the Dragons. Cooper has it. Now left side, Barton. Barton had a big three-pointer in the first half. Into the low paint. Betham goes to the left hand. Scores off glass. And the Blue Dragons lead by 20, 47-27. Betham with 4. Dragons have their largest lead of the game. Caliphil dribbles to the left side to Kramer. Kramer takes it into the lane, and a whistle and a foul on Cooper.
That's just the 4th foul whistled against Hutchinson. 3:05 to go in the third quarter.
Second foul on Coop. And the Ravens will inbounds baseline right side with Anya Markowski. Again, injured in the second quarter. Glad to see her in. Line pass into the paint. And it rolls in for Lakeisha Joseph, who's just into the game.
Sophomore from Miami, Florida.
47-29. Here's Betham with the 15-footer. Her shot too strong. Tries to chase down the rebound, but Caliphil beats it to her. Kramer into the shot by Caliphil. That's 3-pointer. Kramer to Caliphil. Caliphil got her third 3.
She's making a positive impact on this game for Coffeyville.
5 in a row by the Ravens. 15-point lead for the Dragons. Paniora is fouled in the backcourt by Alana Kramer, and that'll be her second. And more free throws coming for the Dragons. This is not a very typical Tony Turner defense. You talked earlier in the game about low-scoring games. 2012 Region 6 championship game, Hutchinson versus Independence, and the Dragons missed another free throw. That's 5 in a row now missed.
This will be their 17th free throw attempted in this third quarter.
Second free throw, no good. 0 for their last 6. And they're keeping the Ravens in the game.
8 for 17 from the line in the quarter.
Quickly up before Kramer to Caliphil. Caliphil dribbled or guarded closely by Barton. Nearly got it away. But now Markowska has it. Right side to Kramer. Kramer with the lob pass underneath too far. It's sat back in play, but off the hands, up the Ravens. It's another turnover for Coffeyville. 44-42 championship game final in 2012.
Definitely a defensive struggle.
It was Tony Turner versus John Auntis. Barton with it into the forecourt with 2 minutes to go. Picks up her dribble. Cooper has to come out and can't handle the pass because she tried to catch it one-handed. Panior goes to the floor. She's tied up by Markowska, and the arrow points to the Ravens, another Dragon turnover. And simply, Dan, you catch that ball two-handed, that's not a turnover.
It's a skill that you have to reinforce over and over again with players to just always catch the pass with both hands.
And that is something that I know Phil Anderson has been really working on her with, that aspect. Lisa Cooper trying to stop committing those types of mistakes. Now Green with it. Goes to the left hand. She scores. She's fouled in the count. And Jaleesa Cooper commits the foul.
Pretty nice drive there by Green.
Cooper commits her third. She commits the turnover on one end and then gives up an opportunity at a three-point play on the other. It is now a 7-0 Coffeyville run with 1:42 to play. And you sense the momentum shift in this one.
Coffeyville definitely did not just roll over and go away once they got down by 15 or 17 points.
That free throw by Green, no good. Sasha Francis the rebound. 70 seconds to play here in the third. Bounce pass underneath to Betham. Goes right, goes up left-handed then. Gets her own rebound back. Powers up. Gets the second shot to go. Joseph didn't want to foul her. Brooklyn Betham aggressive on the board. She has 6, 49-34 Dragons with 1:20 to play. Green with it. Hands it off to Kramer. Into the lane. Goes to the right hand. Fadeaway jumper. Hangs on the rim and drops. Kramer, big third quarter, 6 points. 49-36. Full court pressure by the Ravens. Van Ed in the backcourt. Being guarded by Kramer.
Straight man to man. Watch for a jump trap.
Van hands it off to Francis. Dragons run the high weave. Also with it now left wing Mapasua. Lauren waits for a cutter, drives off a screen of Betham. Couldn't get the pick and roll to go. Now Francis has it with 10 to shoot. Bounce pass underneath to Betham. He gets it knocked away. Triple team. Turnaround jumper good with 3 seconds on the shot clock. And that was just stick-to-itiveness by Brooklyn Betham.
I don't think that's the way it was drawn up, but it worked, and it counts.
The pinball effect works. Betham gets 6 points in the period. The Dragons lead by 15. 2-second difference on the shot clock. Here's Markowska taking a backdoor cut from Calafil, and Lauren Mapasua commits her second, and it's the 5th Hutchinson foul of the period. It'll be free throws for Anya Markowska, a 50% free throw shooter in the game. Oh, for the season, my apologies. Sophomore out of Poland. First free throw, good.
Poland, Spain, Australia.
Markowska with 9. Chance to get in double figures here and cut the Dragon lead to 13. This shot no good. Betham the rebound.
Molly is represented here tonight.
Francis with it. Shot clock off. 12 seconds to go. Dragons run the weave. And a foul called on Julia Calafil, her first. And that will send Michaela Vanette to the foul line with 10.4 seconds left.
Definitely not a foul Coffeyville wanted to commit. Hutchinson was just burning clock to run it down for the last shot.
16 points for Van, now 532 points in her career. It's 2 free throws here with 10.4 seconds left in the third. Free throw good. He's 3 for 3 from the line.
She's a better free throw shooter than her season percentage would indicate because she got off to a cold start that first 3 or 4 games.
Second free throw by Van, also good.
She was cold from the three-point line early in the season as well, but now she's found the stroke.
Brooklyn Betham out, Nafa Idra in. 10.4 seconds left. The Ravens should get the last look. Into the hands of Alana Kramer. Just speeded up. The floor was 7, was 6. Into the hands of Calafil. Tries a guarded three-pointer blocked by Francis. Right back to Calafil. Her two-pointer good at the buzzer.
She took the shot way too early, and then it worked out for her.
We have completed 3 quarters here at the Sports Arena. The number 9 ranked Blue Dragons 53, Coffeyville 39. We'll return in 1 minute on the Blue Dragons Sports Network.
Basketballs are bouncing and crowds are cheering. Your best offense during cold and flu season is a good defense. Drink plenty of liquids, get plenty of rest, and keep your hands sanitized. If a bug still manages to get you, Ashcraft Pharmacy, your local Health Mart pharmacy, has over-the-counter medications that can help. Or if you need a prescription, we offer free mail-out, free delivery, or call ahead for our handy curbside service. Go Dragons! From Ashcraft Pharmacy in the Hart Shopping Center, South Hutchinson, and Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
In need of a business loan? With the First, you are promised personal service and commercial lending. Whether your business is just getting started or you're ready to expand, the First has solutions to help make your business successful. we're first for you. Find out how our loan experts can help. Visit fnbhutch.bank to get started, or stop into a location nearest you. First National Bank of Hutchinson, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
We head to the fourth quarter here at the Sports Arena. It is Hutchinson 53, Coffeyville 39. A tough fourth quarter to come for Hutchinson, again still mired in foul trouble.
But Hutchinson did attempt 19 free throws in that third quarter. Hutchinson extended the lead just a little bit by one more point. They led by 13 at the end of the half, and now they're up by 14. More offense in that third quarter, Steve, with Hutchinson prevailing in the quarter 21-20.
Dragons get the opening possession of this fourth quarter. Van Nett into the hands of Mapasua, knocked away from behind. Lauren chases it down, right back to Van. Good closeout by Kramer to guard the three. 14 to shoot for the Dragons. Now a step-back three-pointer on the way, air ball. Out of bounds to Coffeyville. You are listening to Blue Dragon Women's Basketball on KHUT Hutchinson and KWBW Hutchinson. Country 102.9 and more. Hutchinson comes to talk. Also, thank you for joining again tonight on 98.1 in Coffeyville, KUSN. 30 seconds into the fourth quarter, the Ravens with their first possession. Markowska drives with the left hand, spins out, gets it up to Dang. She tries to guard a three-pointer, too strong. Califield the rebound. And the Ravens get another possession. Kaylin Lay with 4 fouls with the dribble with the left hand. Right back out to Markowska, who tries a three-pointer. That shot no good. Tori off for the rebound for the Dragons. Dragons with a 14-point lead. Tori slows it up. Waiting now out to Mapasua. Into the mid-post to Hydra. Goes with the left hand. Can't get the finish. And Kaylin Lay the rebound. She pushes it up for the Ravens. Goes to the left hand. Cut off by Alford. Kicks out to Califield. Now in the corner, Dang. Long two-pointer is good. Christina Dang has 4. And the lead down to 12. 53-41. It hasn't been this close since the second quarter.
The tempo of the game is completely different in the second half compared to the first half.
Mapasua hands it off to Van Nett. Again, the Dragons mired in big-time foul trouble in the post. Mapasua guarded by Dang out top to Francis. Left side now, Alford with 9 to shoot. Tori goes with the dribble, waits for a screen. Gets double-teamed on the switch. 2 seconds, 1 second. Knopper gets the shot off. Barely clips him. Offensive rebound put up by Francis, or by Mapasua, no good. Got a new shot clock with a tied possession with Markowska, and the arrow points Coffeyville's way.
Coach Turner felt like that shot attempt did not hit the rim. I think both you and I agree that it did graze the rim.
It did. Not by much. From his angle, it probably wasn't that noticeable. If we're on the far end, we probably don't see it. Again, the lead now down to 12. Lay with it. With the dribble. Hands off to Califield. She'll take it into the paint. Baseline dropper. Markowska short. Then gets the rebound, but it's taken away by Tori Alford. Alford loses control of it. Into the hands of Kramer. Now it's knocked out and it goes to Hutchinson. Last touch by Kramer. What a wild sequence of events off the rebound.
Now the officials are going to discuss whether there should have been a shot clock reset, and they agree that it was handled properly.
Brooklyn Bethlehem back in for Nafa Hydra. And all these newcomers for the Blue Dragons playing their very first conference games. So getting used to this pace, this tempo, and this intensity, it's going to take some time. Ball will be inbounded to the backcourt by Michaela Van Nett. Again, man-to-man, full-court pressure being put on by the Ravens. Inbounded to Tori Alford with 7:40 to go. Only points in this quarter are 3 points by the Ravens. There's Francis. Alford with it. Drives up a ball screen to Mapasua with 10 to shoot. Step back, long two-pointer shot, no good. And the rebound, a long one out to Kramer, and she runs. Dragons get back defensively, and Kramer slows it up. Markowska now Lay. She drives to the left hand. Foul by Tori Alford. Should be before the shot.
First foul of the quarter committed by Hutchinson.
Tori picks up her second personal. Dragons have done a great job handling this foul trouble. Quick three-pointer off the inbound by Califield, no good. Kramer the offensive rebound. Now right back into the hands of Lay. Lay hesitates, drives to the baseline, cut off by Alford. Now throws up a wild shot against Torrey, hangs on the rim, falls off, and finally Alford clears the board with 6:55 to go. Alford turns around Markowska, lobs underneath to Betham. She gets double teamed, in a little bit of trouble. Kicks it out left side to Van Nett, now on top Alford. Torrey tries a three-pointer, got it!
Once again, excellent ball movement by Hutchinson. Found its way to the open shooter.
7 for Alford, 56-41. That was a clutch basket to stop the Coffeyville momentum. Califield, Kramer, now Lay with it, hesitates with the right hand, gets double team, picks up her dribble, back out to Kramer. She drives in against the double team. Goes out, long three-pointer by Dang, no good. Battling for the rebound, it's out of bounds to Hutchinson. Lauren Mapasua and Anya Markowska were battling hard. It was last touch by Markowska. And the Dragons get the possession. Torrey Alford gets a break. Kyra Paniora back in. Tony Turner does major substitutions. So the lineup for Hutchinson right now, Mapasua, Cooper, Paniora, Betham, and Michaela Van Nett. Full court pressure by the Ravens.
Here comes the jump trap.
Van Nett breaks it, or brings it up. Now brings it out top to Mapasua, left side, Paniora. 20 to shoot, coming up on 6 minutes to play. 56-41 Hutchinson. Francis kicks left side to Van. She drives, kicks out to Paniora. Kyra drives, throws up a running jumper, no good. And the long rebound out to Merle Patton. That's Kanasia Green. Lay with it, drives off the screen, guarded closely by Paniora. She'll bring it back out with 17. Waits for a screen. Good defense by the Dragons. Long three-pointer is good by Mackenzie Merle Patton. Her 20th three-pointer of the year. First one tonight. She has 4. And the lead back down to 12 for Hutchinson, 56-44. Here's a kick ball out of bounds by Hannah Murphy. And will stay with the Dragons in 20 to shoot. Merle Patton averaging 9 points per game. She's been held to 4. That was her first field goal of the game. Merle Patton, Markowska, Hannah Murphy, Kanasia Green. Trying to see who else is on the floor for the Ravens.
Sometimes those ponytails cover up the numbers.
Paniora inbounds baseline right side, getting close to a 5-out count, but out top to Mapasua. Cooper comes out to help now right wing Paniora. Kyra gets off to Francis. Sasha takes it and Lynn kisses it off the glass for a big-time two-pointer and a 14-point lead. 8 points now for Sasha. Long three-pointer from the corner by the Ravens, no good. Out to Mapasua. Dragons run. Mapasua all the way to the hoop. She gets it to go off the glass. She's fouled and it counts.
Mapasua never gave up on the shot. Even though she got bumped pretty hard, she kept her concentration and was strong enough to finish.
And Kaylin Lay, the starting point guard for the Ravens, has fouled out of the game at the 4:50 mark. She will leave the game scoreless, averaging 7.5 points per game.
Again, it's an unusual stat line when you look at the season statistics for Coffeyville. 16 different players score for Coffeyville.
Lay only had 2 assists. The free throw by Mapasua, no good, but she gets her own rebound and draws another foul.
And she was the only Blue Dragon around the free throw lane area. She was the shooter. No one blocked her out. She just wanted the ball and went after it.
She's now missed her last 4 after making her first 3.
The good news is she got the rebound. The bad news is maybe she was expecting to miss.
This was not on the shot, though, so the Dragons will get a fresh 20 and inbound it. Paniora will inbounds baseline left side into the hands of Michaela Van Nett. Guarded by Mackenzie Merle Patton. Down to the high post, Betham. Betham squares, goes against the double team, spins, goes up and under again and scores.
Scored it against the double team. That was impressive.
Brooklyn 8 points in the period, 10 for the game to lead back out to 18, 62-44. Calfield tries a quick three-pointer. Good. Wow. Good shooter. Her 4th of the game, 19th of the year. She shoots 41 from three-point range. Dragons run. Kept in bounds by Brooklyn Bethlehem. They had a chance at an easy bucket. Couldn't get it. Now Paniora tries a three-pointer. Air ball. Missed opportunity for the Dragons. If Bethlehem could have handled the pass.
That was not the shot Hutchinson wanted, up 15.
Kramer drives into the lane, puts up a guarded shot. Defensive rebound to Brooklyn Bethlehem. Timeout. And John Hutchins wants a timeout.
I think he wants to talk about shot selection when you have a 15-point lead with less than 4 minutes to play.
3:56 to go, 4th quarter. John Hutchins wants a full timeout. We'll take a 1-minute timeout with him. 62-47. 1-minute timeout on the Blue Dragon Sports Network.
HCC Sports on Radio is brought to you by the Sportscaster Club members. Mega Manufacturing, Sporting Chiropractic Center, Papa John's Pizza, A&A Builders, Barclay Plumbing Company, Sutton Coffin Transmission Service, Lowen Corporation, Old Office Shares, Dr. Eric Severud with Alliance Orthopedic and Sports Medicine, Todd and Cindy Miller of Homestead Senior Care, Man Wyatt and Rice Injury Lawyers, MAYB, Mid-America Youth Basketball, Portfolio Recovery Associates, Dr. Robert F. and the Hutchinson Clinic, and the Green Vision Group of Hutchinson.
When you're looking for jewelry that's one of a kind, remember Amelia Bedelia's filled with thousands of beads and stones, and with my passion for design, I can create something that's perfect for you. Amelia Bedelia's, 115.5 South Main Street in downtown Hutchinson. Go Blue Dragons!
This is Kelly, owner of Brick House Boutique. Stay warm and look fabulous at the same time with comfy, trendy, and affordable clothing. You'll also appreciate the personal attention that you'll always get when you shop at Brick House Boutique. Big City Chic in a downtown boutique at 117 South Main in Hutchinson.
Well, the Blue Dragons, despite the foul trouble, Dan Nacarado, continue to hold the double-figure lead that they've held pretty much throughout that first quarter start, especially holding Coffeyville to 1 out of 10 shooting, really kind of the key in this one.
That's right. Hutchinson played good defense without fouling in the second quarter, and here in the fourth quarter, they've only committed 1 foul.
Still working against the Coffeyville, actually, it looks like a matchup zone now. Francis with it with 15 to shoot. Paniora. Francis now in the right corner. Van Ed. Van pulls the trigger on a 3. Shot too strong. Inside rebounding position. Lauren Mapasua. She goes up with the left hand and scores, and she's fouled.
That was a case study in the problem of running a 3-2 zone defense. Very difficult to collect rebounds out of that 3-2 zone.
Kanasia Green commits her 3rd foul. Mapasua with 4 points here in the period. Now has 9 for the game. And she gets a chance to break an 0-for-4 streak on the line. Free throw, no good. Ball knocked around, coming away with it to Sasha Francis. Into the low block, Bethlehem goes up and under, can't get to score, and then Bethlehem commits her foul on the rebound over the back of Markowska.
That was a frustration foul because Brooklyn definitely wanted to convert that basket.
So 64-47. Ravens just haven't got any consistent offense going. Kramer with it. Now picks up her dribble on the high post. Guarded by Paniora. Merle Patton comes out to help. Goes with the left hand, crosses over in the lane, dumps it underneath. Layup good by Alana Kramer on the feed from Mackenzie Merle Patton. Now the Dragons with 3 minutes to go. 64-49 the score. High post. Lauren Mapasua kicks it right side now to Vanette. Underneath, back cut Mapasua. She goes high off the glass to score. A big fourth quarter for Mapasua. She has 6 in the period, and the Dragons lead 66-49. Now quickly on the other end, shot no good by Green. Bethlehem the rebound. And a lot of contact and a turnover. Markowska knocks the ball away from Vanette. Now spinning in, Merle Patton. Spin shot no good. Bethlehem the rebound. Back come the Dragons. This time the Dragons run 2-on-2. Van's going to get fouled by Kanasia Green. And that'll be her 4th. 4th foul on the Ravens. You really sense, Dan, that the the frustration level by the Ravens has reached a boiling point.
That's exactly what happens in a game like this where both teams have been playing hard every possession, and it's just been a frustrating shooting night for Coffeyville.
And down to Cooper. Pandora will come out to get it with 21 to shoot. 2:18 to play. Dragons lead 66-47. Coffeyville a couple of minutes away from their first loss of the year.
One of those crazy nights where Coffeyville is shooting it better from beyond the arc than inside the arc.
Give and go with Betham, and she tries the up and under move and commits the travel.
18th turnover committed by Hutchinson. Coffeyville has committed 19.
The Blue Dragons still shooting 47%, holding Coffeyville to 33.
Coffeyville 33% overall, but shooting 39% from beyond the arc.
Kramer spins in the lane, can't get the shot to fall. Back comes Paniora for the Dragons with 1:50 to go. Into the corner, Francis drives the baseline, now pulls it back out. Paniora spots up for three. Kyra shot can't get it to go. Offensive rebound, Betham, put back no good. Cooper gets the offensive board. She's against a double team, and she tries to wrap it around before the ball can be lost. Timeout, John Hodges.
Good timeout.
It'll be a 30. We'll keep it right here, John, with 1:36 to play. So the Dragons they're actually going to call a full. Let's go ahead and take a 1-minute timeout as the Dragons go to a full timeout. 1:36 to play. 66-49 the score on the Blue Dragons Sports Network.
Welcome to the Hutchinson Medicine Shop. With the emergence of big business, not only in pharmacy, but all industries, the Medicine Shop is proud to be a thriving local business in Hutchinson. We're so thankful to our customers in Hutchinson, Reno County, and Central Kansas for your support. In turn, we're proud to be a major sponsor of the Hutch High Salthawks, as well as other area high schools, the Blue Dragons, Chiefs, Royals, Jayhawks, and Wildcats. You support us, and the Hutchinson Medicine Shop supports local sports.
Getting the most back from your tax return starts with getting the most expertise. H&R Block has more enrolled agents than any other tax preparation company, and we guarantee the accuracy of every return prepared by our tax professionals. We find every credit and deduction to lower your tax bill. Put our expertise to work on your return, and don't just get your taxes done, get your taxes won. In Hutchinson, Lyons, and Ellsworth.
1:36 to play, and the Dragons hold a 66-49 lead over Coffeyville. The Red Ravens a minute 36 away from suffering their first loss of the season.
That Hutchinson rebounding advantage is taking a toll, 43-32.
With the bigs in foul trouble. Ball inbounded to Michaela Van Etten. Now 90 seconds to play. Cooper with it on the high post. Goes against Markaska. Goes left, fakes right, goes left again, shoots. Offensive rebound, Brooklyn Betham. She gets it to go and she's fouled. 10 points in the second half for Brooklyn. And that goes with her 9th rebound, so she's a rebound shy of a double-double. Presley Barton will check in for Michaela Van Etten, who leaves the game with 18 game-high points. Another 4 3-pointers for Van. The sophomore from St. Paul, now Brooklyn Betham. Chance at a conventional three-point play, no good. And the free throw woes here in the second half continue for Hutchinson, but it looks like they're going to survive without hitting a bunch of free throws. In the corner, Markowska. Out to Wade. Ball worked around to Calfill. She's got several three-pointers in this one. Markowska hesitates, gets it off to Wade. Into the high post, Calfill between the circles. Wants to drive against Francis. Spins into the lane, goes up and under. May have traveled, no call. And she gets the left-handed runner off the glass to score. And Tony Turner is going to take a substitution timeout as Ziara Davis, a freshman out of Wichita, checks in. And if this were a much closer game, probably that would have been a travel.
She covered a lot of ground. But give her credit, that's not an easy shot that she finished in traffic.
16 for Julia Calfill to lead the Ravens. We'll go under a minute to play. Cooper, now Barton. Ball works around left wing. Cooper down to the high post. Betham. She squares up, kicks left side. Paniora wide open look at a three. Switch.
We felt like the first one to 60 would probably prevail in tonight's game, and Hutchinson now has 71, and they lead it by 20.
Raven Willis Gets it off to Davis, who spins and drives and will draw the foul. Will be committed by Kyra Pontiora, her first. So the Dragons are going to move to 8-1. It'll be John Onchis' 355th career win. Tony Turner will will suffer his first loss with the Ravens after a 10-0 start.
Good quality win for Hutchinson tonight against a very impressive opponent who comes at you in waves with many players.
Well, perhaps that tough non-conference schedule paid off. Ziara Davis hits the first. 71-52. I think John Onchis would have taken a 1-point win tonight.
That's true.
Knowing not having Abby Ogle at his service. Davis hits both. 71-53 with 34 seconds left. And the Dragons played all night without leading scorer Abby Ogle. Chance she'll be back on Saturday. Pontiora, Francis now. Out top, Presley Barton. Can't take away the importance of her three-pointer in the first half as the Dragons started to stretch out. Barton drives in the lane, bounce pass into the corner. Francis, she drives, may have had her shot deflected. Ball knocked out of bounds by Brooklyn Betham on the rebound with 9.5 seconds left, and the shot clock goes dark. Quickly up the floor, Willis into the corner. Davis puts up a shot, no good. And that's the buzzer, and the Blue Dragons get the conference opening win. 71-53 over the Coffeyville Red Ravens. The Dragons now improved to 8-1. Coffeyville falls to 10-1. We'll take a 2-minute timeout and get you ready for the Medicine Shop post-game capsule. We'll wrap this one up. Again, your final tonight at the Sports Arena. The number 9-ranked Blue Dragons 71. Coffeyville 53. Back in 2 minutes on the Blue Dragons Sports Network.
Come gobble